Welcome back to Watchin' Baseball. We are moving on, and we're finally done with all those Yankees World Series, Jake. 5 appearances in 7 years. They're out of here. They don't show up for another 5 years. You know who does show up this year? How about that?
The Cardinals. I know they've always been a thorn in your side. The
La Russa, back at it.
Boston Red Sox trying to get all the 1918 air cleared. And one of the best probably ALCSs of all time. That's a little famous. Bloody Sock, 3-0, right?
It was 3-0.
So how about that? And yeah, man, I mean, this is a World Series that is very near and dear to me, as I haven't had a lot of Red Sox fans growing up. I've watched the last out of this World Series a million times.
You have?
Oh yeah, Chapin, dude. We were like best friends during this time period.
I bet you I've never seen anything from this World Series besides highlights. Because at the time, there was no way I was watching it.
Right.
No way.
And yeah, I mean, it's the Red Sox team that if you're a baseball fan, you're familiar with a lot of the names: Schilling, Pedro, Manny, Pokey Reese,
Ortiz,
your guy. Oh yeah, David Ortiz. I get he comes before Pokey Reese. Doug Mankiewicz kept the ball, and on the Cardinals side, young Albert Pujols, an older Larry Walker. And, a couple other guys. Reggie Sanders is a fun name that he's been in 3 of the past 4 World Series on different teams. He was on the Diamondbacks. Now he's on the Cardinals.
That is fun.
And he was on the Giants as well. Mike Matheny was
the
catcher
him
in front of Yadier Molina. So that's kind of fun. Jim Edmonds, Scott Rowland. So this was a good Cardinals team. I think they got a big blow right before this World Series. I think Carpenter was on their team, and then he was out for the rest of the World Series. And we're going to jump into Game 1. This is a 4-game sweep.
4-game sweep. Only games 1 and 4 were available to us on YouTube. So Game 1 was kind of the wildest. A lot of runs being traded back and forth in the later innings. Woody Williams started the game.
So did Wakefield.
Yeah, Wakefield pitched 2 games out of the 4 in the World Series.
Yeah.
That's awesome for a knuckleballer.
Yeah,
all right.
He's the first knuckleballer to start since 1948 in the World Series or something like that. So pretty crazy. And, we're jumping into a wild one here.
8th inning.
Jomboy Media Store. Here's a shirt.
Shirt. All right, here we go.
7, and the Red Sox are up by 2 at Fenway Park.
Oh, and also, Jim, you'll like this. The Red Sox had home field advantage because the AL won the All-Star game.
Can't believe that used to be the thing.
For the first time, he came on to relieve the injured Tony Womack at second base.
There he is, old man.
Handsome Mike Timlin, who I referenced earlier.
We saw him when he was young.
We're going to see another old, young friend in a little bit, I think. But, yeah, big Mikey Timlin. Where do we see him?
That is Gabe Kapler.
Doug Mankiewicz,
doesn't add up.
high school football teammate with Alexander Rodriguez.
Your guy, Handsome Gabe, and right?
Who was Doug the quarterback and A-Rod the wide receiver, or reversed?
Something like that.
They were definitely those 2 positions because there's highlights of them completing passes. Matheny,
Magic Mike,
Royals manager right now. Ooh, right up the middle.
Right back at him, kids. That's how you do it. Johnny Damon,
Caveman. Yeah.
Big time.
I remember for a little bit legitimately thinking they got a new center fielder when the next year when he
came out
with all that shit.
Going
through the motions.
D-Lo, wow, locked in.
Keeping his glove close. I'm guessing that's how he keeps his shoulder close.
Pitches a hell of a final game.
Freezing cold.
Yeah, double glove in it.
Pinch running.
Jason Marquis is going to run here.
Love that. The pitcher.
The starter.
Get him loose.
Tony La Russa.
Runs better than the catcher. You got Yachty on the bench. Play a little defense. So Taguchi. Love that.
Yachty wasn't the starter, right?
No.
How old is he here?
He's very young.
Is he like 20 young or 24? Because the catcher's still.
Yeah, and I mean, Matheny's pretty well respected. Let's see, Yadier Molina, 2004 is his rookie year. He's 21. So
that's so young for a catcher to break through.
He looks it down and in.
Alan Embry
He did have two older brothers kind of paving the way.
coming in.
Embry over Timlin.
Fat gonger in the mouth.
Look at that, yeah.
190. The difference in the batting
I think we
average
saw him
for
on an
Cedeno
old
is a
World
switch
Series
hitter.
team, too.
A much more dangerous and better hitter.
Roger
from the left side.
Cedeno.
Marquis leading at first base as he runs for
The big
Matheny,
lead,
who had
Marquis.
singled. And a count 1 ball
The
and
big
1
dude
strike.
in the crowd with the beard
Morris
looks
will
like
pitch
a
tomorrow
cardboard
night
cutout of a
against
fan.
Kurt Schilling.
So be on the
in
lookout for
game
that. It's
2.
huge. Little soul patch.
That's
Morris
Carpenter,
has
the
been
other
roughed
one.
up as of late in postseason play.
One of the odder facial
Only
hair.
roughed up about Schilling is at
Like
right
the
ankle.
decision when you say, I'm
But
just
he
going to
was
leave
brilliant.
this. I'd love to be
In his
inside the
last
brain
start
of
against
a
the
person.
Yankees in the
Sex
American League
appeal.
Championship.
Doesn't want that,
2-1.
Alan.
I'll tell you
Well,
one
thank
thing.
you.
People question Joe Torre.
Oh, the
why he
cards are
didn't
down,
have
too.
Derek Jeter,
You can
some
see it
of
on
the
that
guys try to
pop-up
test that
thing.
ankle.
Bottom right
For a
corner.
base
How about that?
You will see a
Score
lot of
bug.
it
Who's
tomorrow
got
night.
this? We're watching some weird foreign version of this game because it opened up not in English from Premiere
The
Live.
Red Sox, should they win game 1, however,
It sounded like
are
German to
set
me.
up pretty well, sitting in a great position for game 2. Little looper into
Roger
right field.
Cedeno.
That's going to drop in front of Kepler for a base hit.
Oh,
Slipping
easy
and falling
game.
Marquis as he hit the deck at second base.
Pinch run
An
with the
awkward
pitcher.
play as he went down in a heap.
So Gabe and
Now
Matheny
they're
both
gonna
in this
find out
game,
if he's
future
all right.
managers.
Yeah.
You're talking about a starting pitcher out there.
How many are there any
You're talking
others?
about
I
a guy
wonder.
that's just been
Or if
sitting
Yachty's
on
gonna wanna
that
manage.
bench all night long, and you send him out there to do
LaRussa for
something
sure.
he's not accustomed to
Manager.
Jim
do. I think
Edmonds.
he's okay. I
On
know
one of
one
those
thing,
Real
if
Housewife
he's
shows or
not
something.
injured, he's certainly embarrassed.
It's funny watching this now
This is-
after watching all these
I mean,
World Series and
I
seeing
think
that
right now
LaRussa.
somebody should go out there and
Just
another-
put his
just
arms
another
out and see
day.
if he can touch
Been
his
through a lot of
elbow.
battles.
Maybe
He
stay
done it
on.
all.
Wow. Not graceful. But
Agreed.
Marquis apparently all right. The only thing hurt his pride.
Right.
Over there with Brian Gorman, the second base umpire.
What's happening?
Pinch run for the
Volk
pinch
is gonna
runner.
Come out of the bullpen right now for the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, the
They're
changing
going to
pitcher
be
again?
Bringing in their often used closer
Folk?
here in the
Keith
8th
Folk.
inning with only one man out and a couple of base runners.
Well, it's all about right now. You've got Edgar Renteria, who's already proven to be clutch with the double in his last at bat.
And the
there
Marlins
is
World
the
Series.
goal.
No, I've seen the Cardinals uniforms a ton, obviously.
Sure.
But way a
Sensational,
couple videos ago,
although
you
threw a
pointed
lot
out,
of
like you
pitches
asked me how I felt
in
about the two
American League
birds.
Yeah.
Championship
It's
against
like you
the
opened
Yankees.
up my eyes to how
Man,
separated they are,
as you look at
and I
his
never
postseason
like
totals,
looked at it in that way. And now it's all I noticed. Like,
0.00 ERA
put those
so
birds
far.
together. Let them be
Over the
friends.
course of
Gotta
7
keep the birds apart.
appearances, and
Nipple
we're not
birds.
talking about mop-up innings. We're talking about every one of them being with the game on the line. He has thus far been almost perfect.
What's his total
Hey,
career
game
look
2
like?
coming up
Keith
tomorrow night
Folk.
from Fenway Park. We'll be right here.
I think it was a really good
Fenway.
start. He was a
Bringing
good
the
closer
second
for
game
the
of the
A's too.
2004 World Series. Sunday, October 24th at 7:30.
Yeah, I think it wrapped up
Live
pretty
coverage of
quickly
the
if I
World
had to
Series.
guess.
Right here on
Reliever,
Major League
closer.
Baseball International, part of October.
Folk.
8 teams, 1
Keith
champion.
Folk.
Very
and only 2
volatile
teams
position.
left to decide that
These
Nine-
graphics look very early 2000s. They look like they were trying to steal the X Games
Those are your
graphics.
starters.
97
Matt Morris on your left,
to
Kurt Schilling on your
2008
right.
for Keith Folk.
And they will go to war in the second game of the series.
And yeah, he was really good from 1999 to 2004. Outside of that, he
So
wasn't.
Folk continuing his warm-up
So this was his
tosses
last,
here, and a couple of men are on base
yeah,
now.
burnt him out.
Marquis and Cedeno.
72
If
games
they
in the
both
regular
score, This
season.
game is retied.
72?
Yep.
Edgar
43
Renteria
saves, led
last
the
time
league
up
that
in the
year.
6th inning.
Wow.
He wound up with an RBI double and then later scored himself.
He drove in a run
So we've opened up where we started watching this from. I didn't realize we were going to have so many
with the double.
2 reliever changes, basically.
Did not have a hit or
Before it
a
even
run
starts.
scored or
So Taguchi
RBI until
scores
that at
there.
bat. But this is a lot like Derek Jeter, his time of the year. Renteria
Mm.
not in the postseason near as often, not on as big a stage as Derek Jeter, but nonetheless, this shortstop has produced, and he also has a World Series ring.
Where he had the game-winning hit. So maybe give Renteria a little
So
more love
Renteria to
and
step in
don't
here
loop it
with
to
one
Jeter.
man
But
out.
Just give him-
Now,
sex
we've
sells.
seen Marquis
Yeah.
have some issues running the bases, but Cedeno has good speed. And he
Phillies,
represents
Marquis.
Cedeno
You're
does
doing
the
great so
tying
far.
run.
Well, actually, he ran once and fell. So
Tripped on the
Yeah, see,
before
all
the
I can
base.
look at is the birds.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
The
But
birds and
for
the
some
sea.
reason you don't notice it at
Yeah,
all.
but now it's like when you notice that the FedEx in
9-7
between
the Red
the
Sox
words,
into the
it's
eighth
got that
inning.
arrow, and that's all you see now.
Yeah.
And the birds and that the sea looks like a
Rooster
snake
said before
hanging off the
game, if
bat.
his Cardinals
That's-
need any further
when you see a
reminder
bird flying with a snake in its feet,
about how
that's
big
what it
this
looks like to
series
me now.
is and
That's
what
all I
it
see.
That's
means.
a
He's
huge
gonna have
thing.
Renteria walk around the clubhouse.
Well, hold
flashing
on.
his
Some people
97
might see it
World
now
Series
and
ring
agree with
from
me.
the Marlins.
As of now, you think.
See, the sea is kind of just
About being tired
it's
right
looser than
I
the
see
rest
what
of
you're
it.
saying.
now. Time for fatigue.
Like doesn't match the rest of the font.
Like they should have gone full underline. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weirding me out, and I've never noticed any of this before.
2 on, 1 out.
That was the most expressionless face I've ever seen. Nice
Running up
pitch.
to bunt, and he takes a strike.
86.
It's 1-1.
Pumping.
I don't know why you didn't bunt
The guy
that.
behind you is
That guy's
already
not
4
committed to the
for
punt.
4 on the night. That'd
You gotta be
even
pot
Larry
committed.
Walker.
That was
Because he has a game-winning World
That was
Series.
not a sacrifice
Renteria's
by
not
the team
bunting.
that
Yeah,
we have seen
yeah,
already.
it's true.
That was-
As a
Larry Walker's on
coach,
Renteria was
you just
looking
take the
With one
bunt.
out?
As a
He got
coach,
something he
you take the
wasn't
bunt
looking
off
for.
because
He
I
just
mean
simply
that
pulled
was
it
the
back
most
back.
buntable pitch he's going to get, and he didn't want it.
Swing and a miss.
That's what he
1-2.
wanted.
88 miles an hour.
You can get people out with that kind of stuff, kids. Just got to locate it and have dirty off-speed stuff.
No, watching folk as we
Yeah,
have
you just got to be a
for,
big
this
leaguer.
whole postseason and even during the regular season, that fastball usually right where he wants it.
And then he can go
The
back
thudding
and
sounds like a heartbeat.
popped him up, but that'll twist toward the stands and out of
Out
play.
of play.
I mean, are they below fans? Is that what that banging is?
Against St. Louis, and it
I feel
showed
like
that
we're in
tonight.
the fucking heartbeat of the
What a
Raven.
terrific
I feel like
comeback.
this is the
They're a
radio
tough team
broadcast.
to beat on the road. The Roosters team had the best road record in the majors.
Yeah, this Cardinals team is really good. They won 105 regular season games.
Did they have a big layoff? Did they sweep their NLCS?
The 1-2.
I'm not sure.
He buried it, and a good stop by Veritek.
Chuck and JV.
2-2.
I was a little
Future
bit
Red
surprised
Sox
that
manager.
they sent Marquis into pinch run. If that's a tying run or the go-ahead run,
Throws like a
I think
catcher,
it is
huh?
important
Yeah.
to make that move and have a guy that's maybe a step quicker than what Matheny would have been. But you grab the lead right now.
I just got
feel
that
like as a
banging now.
company
Yeah.
That's all I can
going
focus on.
The bullpen.
All right. 2 on, 1 out, 2-2 pitch. This should be something
Marquis
dirty.
has shown on a couple of occasions, not just tonight, that he struggles on the bases. There's a base hit.
Got a lot of.
Ramirez picks
Oh,
it
no.
up, and they're going to be loaded up. And now the throw coming in all the way to the plate. A tag. He's safe.
Whoa.
He got in. He
Tight
scored.
play.
Cedeno had taken a big turn and started
Tito's
racing to
out.
third, and that forced Marquis to keep on coming.
Famous Michael Jordan manager.
He was
Look at the
held
little
up over
penis
there,
hat on that
but
arm.
then he raced in, and that makes
That's
it
like-
9-8.
Show me some replays. Oh, it was a quick Tito talk.
Well, another
He's safe.
defensive
Oh, okay.
mistake on the part
I called him
of the
safe.
Boston
Why?
Red Sox.
I thought he was
Almost
safe.
turned into a big out.
Shit. Okay, cool.
Time out.
Ramirez not able to
All
come
right,
up
cool,
with
cool,
that
cool,
ball
cool. I'll just go
cleanly.
back to the
That's
dugout.
when Jose Oquendo, the third base coach, put up the stop sign. But
Now,
Manny had problems with it. That's
do you
when it
think
looked like Marquis
this is game
just
1 of
took
the World
off on his
Series,
own.
right?
Manny
Yes.
picks it up. He
And
gets a
Boston
perfect
has
throw to
cursed at this
home.
point.
One
Do you
hop.
think any
Veritek thought he
pessimistic
had
Boston
Malfrancona
fans saw
hard.
like that
Puts it
happen?
over
Manny
there.
bobbles the ball, he goes
Absolutely.
home, and they're like,
So
"Oh,
there
here
are
it's starting to
shots for
unravel."
That's how the whole
It's the
fan
third
base was
Boston
for
error
75, 80
And
years.
here comes Larry Walker, who's
And
been
now
trying
they're
to
just a
cover off
different
the ball
breed.
nice.
No replay of that play at the
No,
plate.
why would you?
Because it seemed like the ball beat him
him
by a good amount, right? Is this,
There we
what,
go.
is this it? I mean, this looks like we're not going to get.
Let's watch a lot
I
of-
know Fenway's really tough for cameras.
A lot of Jason Marquis running the
But you
bases.
see Marquis looked over his shoulder. He saw the ball.
I forgot
get
it was the
past
pitcher
Manny,
running.
And to me, that's when he just took
Good
off
replay.
on his own. Veritek thought he had to
Looks
tag.
safer out from there.
Yeah, it was one of the two.
0-1 up around the shoulder.
Catch
of
the
Larry
sleeve,
Walker.
Lair?
Let it hit
He
you.
wants, he
One
wants to
ball,
hit.
one strike.
Here we
Now
go.
look at the play
Maybe.
at the plate.
Veritek's not going to move. We know that.
Oh, he's out.
Eddie Montague,
I
right in
don't think
perfect
see that.
position to get the best look at making the call he can get. Look how he swings out there, not to let Veritek avoid
I think he's out.
him.
I can't
So
tell because
Marquis
Veritek
scores
fields
the
it in his
run.
chest. You don't see a
Veritek,
lot
the
of
best
catchers
look
do
at
that.
making- look at
This angle, right?
Look at the play at the plate.
Veritek's not
Okay, so he hasn't touched yet.
move. We
If he's touching him right there, he's out.
If he is, but I don't think he is because he came from this position. Normally you see the catcher catch it out here and then they go, but he had to come here and go back out.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell
Bad
from
spot
this.
For the ump.
Can't tell from that angle. But see, he hasn't touched plate yet.
Well, he might have. Like, where's that ump's left leg?
I think you can see. So you can see that's his foot
Okay,
first touching
so
the
he's
plate.
there.
So if Veritek did touch him before that,
You're out
He was-
before the runner touches a base.
yeah, I think he did. But hold on, and then it's not the greatest angle here either. I think he got him. I think he got Jersey. Yeah, I think he was out. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
But
matter, and you
He
can't tell.
scores the run to cut the lead to 1. In the National League
Funny that is
Championship
the pitcher
Series,
running.
Marquis singled and on
Had the
his
scouting
own,
report
tried
on
to
Manny.
stretch it into a double.
4 for 4 so far in the World Series. Not bad.
That's why he didn't want to take that hit by pitch.
But Marquis scores here.
I'll just rather tie the game up.
Do better than that.
2 on for Walker and a swing and a miss.
Such a big advantage for pitchers when hitters.
Oh
have
my
not
God.
There we
seen
go.
a whole lot of you.
Could have used this from the start.
Veritek doesn't argue very often. He's out.
Yeah, I think he got his jersey before that foot.
I mean, Eddie Monty got into the perfect position, but you can see why Jason Veritek wanted that call.
Any player wants that call.
Fly ball. Here comes Ramirez on a long run. A slide. Oh, and it gets away from him. It rolls into
So when you
foul
asked if the Red
territory,
Sox
he goes
wondered
to
if
pick
they
it
were
up.
cursed.
Cedeno is in and the game is
Yes.
tied. This one gets away,
Yes.
but the runners will hold. And second and third, Manny Ramirez
dude.
cannot make the catch. And he's having an awful time of it here in the 8th inning.
The easiest
And this
outfield
game is
position in
tied at
all of
9.
baseball,
Right when
and
you
Manny
put in a
still
defensive
made mistakes
right fielder,
nonstop
You might have
out
added
there.
a left fielder here. The second time, Manny got
That's
in trouble.
tough,
He went to
man.
slide on a ball.
Cleat-
There was no
Cleat
need
just
to.
locked
The second-
in there.
I can't believe he's not hurt. Take a look at what happens with his knee. He goes
Ooh.
down.
Yeah, I mean, he
The turf
hyperextended
does not get
it
as he
as-
expected it to. The
That
ball
was-
came out of his glove. It has to
Out
go
of his
as
glove.
another error.
It is. And he's 7. He's made 2 of them in the inning.
So funny.
And it looked like he had hyperextended the knee when you first looked at it. Well, now
Young
this will be an
machine.
intentional pass of Pujols
Yeah, how old's Pujols here?
as the Cardinals.
24?
And what has turned into a wild
Is he
game
that young
one.
or no? 2004.
Have
He's
tied
still
it.
playing
Yeah, around
today,
there.
so he's got to be,
Four
I
errors.
would guess 24 or younger.
Ramirez is really working that knee. He's trying to shake it out. As sore as it is right now, it's gonna be a
2004.
lot worse when
Yep,
he
his
wakes
age
up in the
24
morning.
season.
An intentional pass of Pujols. All those errors racking up for Boston. And
Four
a lot of
errors.
mistakes for the Red Sox.
Well, let's go back to the very first one they made in the 4th inning. Here comes the throw. There's Millar. He had plenty of time to get Sanders. If he pulls the ball out cleanly, he did not.
Tough.
He threw it into the Cardinal dugout. And then we go to the 6th inning. No reason to
Royo.
even make this throw. Montanaro throws it down.
Gotta
the
be a
line.
hero.
He puts another runner
Hero
in scoring
mode.
position. There's a ball by Millar. He did not get a real good jump at it.
That's a
A
tough
double
break for
for Larry
Millar there.
Walker.
That didn't have to be thrown in.
And here's Roland. He pops it up. First pitch swinging. Miller with the infield fly in effect makes the
Bill
catch for
Miller.
the second out. Roland is 0 for 5.
Batting champ.
And
Sometimes you're like
still
all
loaded here for
the
St.
Red
Louis.
Sox names like Millar and all these their Nomar. They're perfect for people with Boston accents. And then it's like people with Boston accents. Any word they make
Yeah, I
sound
mean,
retarded.
Larry Walker.
Yeah, any name Boston accent sounds like marble mouth. I like the Boston accent. It does sound.
So that'll
Renteria.
send
I'm just
up Jim
saying,
Edmonds
there's not much that
with a
escapes it.
Cardinal at every
if you
base.
have it.
The game tied at 9.
Here's
And
Uncle
another
Jimmy.
lead having
Huge
slipped
at bat,
out of the Red
huh?
Sox hands.
Yeah.
They've led 4-0, 7
That
to
pop out
2,
was actually
and 9
the
to
bigger
7,
at bat.
and blown them all.
Yeah.
With
You
some
got to
awful
get a
defense.
run home there somehow.
Was that first pitch pop up?
Yeah.
That's really bad.
It's tough, man. I'm pretty strong
So in
in
terms of how the
the
game has
not
been
first
played,
pitch shaming,
Between the
which
errors
a
and
lot
all
of the
walks,
internet now
it's
is
no
into.
classic.
Because I mean, that's a lot of time. That's the best
But
pitch
it
to
is
hit,
a
and we
dandy on the
compliment so many
scoreboard.
guys who are good first ball hitters that
I
if
don't-
you start
The
doing
win is
baseball
anybody's
math there.
guess.
I don't mind swinging at the first pitch. It's just if you pop it up, that's a bad look.
Yeah, feels deflating.
Yes.
Feels deflating.
You don't give the chance for
St.
pass
Louis
balls.
just
You don't
keeps
give the
fighting
chance
back,
for
don't they?
errors. You don't give the chance for
Red
just
Sox
like
are
working a
helping them
count.
out.
Yeah.
with all the lapses, especially Manny Ramirez.
Well, and the lapses too on the pitching staff.
Crazy
Wakefield
game,
with
huh?
3 consecutive walks
World
in the
Series
fourth
game
inning
1.
with a 7-2 lead. Welcome to the world of the Boston Red Sox.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's a
Right
nice
through there
pitch.
for strike.
Pumped it up to 91 there.
I like this ump's call. Just a quick.
St. Louis's last 2 National League Championship Series wins over Houston.
Ooh.
Being a home plate ump, no one ever gives them enough credit. Just standing for 4 hours straight, hyper focused on a ball traveling 99 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It was a tough gig. I just suck at it.
Got him looking on the inside corner. Strike
tough.
3 called.
I don't know about that call.
They leave them
It's,
loaded.
that's an early 2000 strike, I
There,
think.
show the
Strike
replay
3
anyway.
called.
Do you see the catcher? You see Veritek slide out and then slide back to like an old school deke?
That's his good buddy.
That
Jim
is not
Edmonds.
strike, but
Remember earlier,
I don't like that ring up. I like his 1 and 2 strike. I don't like his 3. You see what Veritek did though before the pitch? They don't do this anymore, catchers. Where I think it jumps outside and then jumps back in to mess with the hitter.
I think he jumps out and then he just pulls it back in.
Oh, it's just a quick step. Step that way, step back. Just in case he's looking back.
That
That wasn't a strike.
They lose good buddy Jim Edmonds that Eddie Montague made on the very first pitch of the at-bat.
So who's coming up?
He takes a call, third
Bill
strike
Milla,
again.
Jason Veritek, and Mark Bellhorn,
Once
baby.
again,
Edmonds
a
lets
ride
him
to
know.
Boston.
Didn't like
He
that.
can give and he can take away. He
So it's a
gives
tie
with that
game
bat.
now.
He takes away
Red Sox fans
defensively, not
probably
sure
feeling
why
like
he
we're
decided to
cursed.
A little
slide
cursed.
on a play that, for all the world, looked like a guy.
Fuck, man, he can
hyperextended
swing,
his
but
knee.
is he worth it?
And at
A
least
lot of
for
that.
now, he's not getting any treatment and staying in that dugout, so you assume he's well enough to continue to play.
Well, the whole key for Manny is just to drive in more runs than he lets in.
Damn.
He's let one in tonight, and he's driven one in. Hard to understand why he would dive for that ball. I mean,
Yeah,
he
it's the
got
thing.
there
Like, I understand his
plenty
cleat
of
got caught, but he shouldn't
time.
have done
It's a
that
trickier
anyway.
outfield than normal because of the wind blowing so hard.
And here he is,
got to that
Julian
ball in plenty of time. It
Tavares,
was
who we
just
saw
a
a
mistake
decade
in judgment
ago
on him
out
trying
of the
to slide.
Cleveland
Made a
Indians
couple of errors. He
bullpen.
does have 2 RBIs in this game.
And they gave a couple sad
And here's
shots of
Bill
him out of
Miller.
the game because he had a nice
Facing
effort.
Julian Tavares,
And
the slender
yeah,
right-hander,
a little bit
recently
of
suffered a
the
broken hand. He's
a little
not
bit of
pitching
how
yet.
how the postseason can
During the
affect
League
how you're
Championship
looked at.
Series against
I went to
Houston,
the
there's
knees.
also a new left fielder, and that is Roger Cedeno.
Not giving it.
And a new catcher, Yadier Molina,
Mm.
of the catching Molina brothers.
21-year-old Yachty. It's cool.
Are there any more of them?
Apparently, there's a whole bunch of them, and they're all darn good.
It's a nice pitch.
Jose,
Yeah.
a backup catcher for the Anaheim Angels. His brother Benji.
I believe that the
catcher
Molina
plays every day
brothers,
for Mike
I
Scioscia's
believe, if I remember correctly,
People would like to
their
have
father
this
has
as
like a
a
little
everyday
league
catcher.
field.
This is the
And are they from
youngest
Puerto
of the
Rico?
three brothers.
I'm not positive. I have a little league
Bottom of
field
the 8th inning at Fenway Park, a
and that he
strikeout
coached at
Miller.
in the
A
town,
9-9
and I believe he
tie in
passed
the
away
game.
a handful of
Boston
years
with
ago,
12
and they
hits. St.
walked
Louis has
his
10.
casket around the bases of the little league field,
The St. Louis pitching staff has walked
which I always thought was
6.
kind of beautiful.
They've hit
Okay.
a batter, and of all those men who reached without benefit of a hit, 5 have scored.
They are Puerto Rican.
Pull to the right side, a friendly hop for Anderson, who throws out Bill Miller. 1 man out.
I think it would be fair to describe Tavares as kind of zany.
Yes,
Zany.
indeed.
He's a little
Yes,
bit different.
indeed.
He's always had a great arm. From Santiago, the Dominican Republic, 31 years of age.
Tavares pitched for like
99,
17
he was
years
with
or
the Giants.
something. He was never
2000,
great.
The Rockies,
But if you can
Cubs in 01,
throw it enough and
Marlins
get
in 02,
some
the
people
Pirates in
out.
03. A great year. A great year for the Cardinals this year, but you got to figure he's going to be somewhere else in 05.
Well, he won Game 6 of the league championship against Houston.
So 1 out.
Coming up big, recovering from that broken hand in the
Jason
process,
Veritek.
which is his glove
Look at that
hand.
stance.
Busted that in
Kinda like it.
frustration, Kevin Brown style, after a poor outing during the playoffs.
Strong goatee.
Watch how tender he is on the throwback from Molina because of that broken hand.
Not a pretty guy, Tavares.
Veritek Lets it go, and it's
See, I like that
across the
strike call. I
1-1.
didn't like his strike
He's only
3
got
call
one
where
at
he
bat tonight. He struck out.
grabbed
It was
that
a 6-0.
something.
Sorry. Very sorry about it.
This is some game.
Sorry. This is some game. Actually, this is.
Cardinals
It's
have been
tied at
flawless
9 in the 8th.
defensively.
You,
They've
you
not
don't
made an
want
error.
that many runs usually.
Poke deep
'Cause it-
short. Bobbled by Renteria. And just
I was
as
going to
we
say, you want a
the
clean
Cardinals
display of
have been
baseball
flawless,
if you're
Renteria
thinking about it as
5 errors.
yeah, if you're thinking about it as like this is the World Series, the class of the class, and you have casual fans coming to view the best of your sport, you wouldn't really want a 5-error game ideally. But exciting nonetheless that it's close. Both teams are choosing.
Renteria knew that when he went back to that point there trying to get
Actually,
it on a better hop.
the Sox
If he
have 4 of the
didn't
5
come up
errors.
with it cleanly, it was going to be a base hit.
Cursed.
Veritek hustling down the line. Look at him go. He sees it right now. Got his head down. This
That
could
was
go
a
either
nice
way.
little run
it's
for
a
him.
difficult call.
And they're going to charge an error on Renteria.
That B, those
So
helmets are
Veritek
different,
with
huh?
no single, but he's aboard here.
Double
for
flapping.
Mark Bellhorn here in the bottom of the 8th in a 9-9 tie.
Mark
The first error charge for the
Bellhorn.
Cardinals.
Dun,
Tough
dun.
call there.
A
That's an
legend in
above
the
average effort play.
Commonwealth.
Inside corner
Throw
for
that
strike.
every time.
Yeah,
That thing is moving.
Completely
Yeah.
different styles for these two managers. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I wonder when the Red Sox
Success
changed
they've
the
had.
B on their
They know their
batting
club.
helmets.
Tony
They're
La Russa,
way
he's-
better now
he's
than
gonna put his
these
stance
ones.
Oh, I
on
kind of
about
like
every ball
these
game.
like
He's gonna
hollow
move
ones.
infields in.
Yeah, you
He's
like
gonna-
the not
he's
filled
gonna
in?
bring
I'm not a
Yeah.
fan.
relievers in for left-handed hitters. He's going to do some things a little bit different. He's going to bunt. He's going to hit and run. Francona
Falling
very
into a
seldom
trance watching his
really does
hands.
anything. I mean, he will insert a pinch runner from time to time. He can't do that now, though, because he has already used up his backup catcher. Mirabelli started the ball game.
This is pretty funny.
Terry
They're saying-
Francona reminds me in his managerial style a lot of the managers defeated. Joe Torre. Just kind of allow you guys to play. Let the game dictate the few moves you will make, but let your guys decide it. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line near that
That
foul
felt
pole,
good.
but it breaks off to the right and out of play. That
Well, you're
was
saying
pushed
that
off by the
because they
wind,
started Wakefield?
which is still
They were
blowing in
saying
hard.
that
0-2 on
Francona
Bellhorn.
was like the conservative manager and La Russa was like a gunslinger.
With that
and
keep the
nowadays,
face sign high above Fenway. It's been up there all
Francona is
summer.
like the only manager
Now into
left that gets
autumn.
to make decisions.
Yeah. He's the only gunslinger left.
35,000 on here tonight.
I mean, you almost had a
Won the
pesky pole
series.
shot right there.
Yeah, do that same thing. That's what he's saying.
Look at that. Did you see that crooked hood hat combo behind him? So, Ox and Boston.
The 0-2.
Good
Tony
take.
La Russa was
Doesn't
talking
want
about
that.
Molina earlier in the year.
I
Said
think it's a
he
good
got
pitch,
look
too.
at him
He was
not
overzealous
just
after the
spring,
foul
but
ball.
spring
Fastball
before
changeup
that.
doing the same thing.
Joe Girardi, scheduled to be their backup catcher, was hurt a lot in spring training. So it was a young Molina that got a lot of experience at the big league level, so be it in spring training, and an opportunity for Tony and his coaching
How about that?
staff to
Girardi
watch
paved
the
the way
guys.
for Yachty to get some playing time.
Knew what they had coming.
Bellhorn, good power. Waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Flies that one to right.
Do it again.
Don't get too much. It's down the line. It strikes the foul pole. It's gone. It's gone. A 2-run homer for Bellhorn.
Fucking Fenway.
Anytime you catch the pole, makes it that much better.
Gotta love it. How far is the pole? To
I think the rumor is 297, something like that.
He did it at Yankee Stadium. He struck the foul pole. He's done it at Fenway. And Boston leads again, 11-9.
Oh, pole dancing for you.
Take it right back. Curse? Nuh-uh.
In game 6.
We'll use our weird stadium.
We're bigger than the curse this year, baby.
And yes, we know Yankee Stadium has a short porch as well, but
When you're hot, you're hot.
all the NL East parks have little weird things.
And he's suddenly on fire.
But that pole's the weirdest. That pole's weirder than any short porch.
Weirder than the monster?
I don't hear this crowd.
I
chanting
think so,
Tony
man.
Reese
Wow.
anymore, do you?
It's the shallowest home run in all of baseball, right?
when Bellhorn struggled.
I know it doesn't happen. It's rare.
Kind of depends on the monster.
Yeah.
It in for the second out.
You could kind of understand it, Dave. I mean, Bellhorn was 3 for 21 until he hit that homer.
I mean, just think if, like, if that's on another
The
stadium.
3 hits.
That's
Nothing was
just,
really hit hard.
you don't
This
even
ball
have,
was
I don't know.
crushed to get
I like it. I
out
like baseball's
with that
gimmicks, but I
wind
think that's
blowing
it's the cheapest home run in all baseball. And nothing like a clank off the foul
in.
pole.
Manny's knees okay.
Announce
He was
the home
first
run,
one out
you
of the
know?
dugout.
Basically,
Fair pull.
fair
You know?
pull. Yeah.
Somewhere in
You have
Fenway
basically someone
tonight,
saying,
Johnny
home
Pesky is smiling
run!
broadly.
It's just a
Off
dunk.
the pesky pole. And the 85-year-old former Red Sox infielder has to be delighted with this.
Good try.
His own body English.
That's pretty
Did
good.
not push it
That's good
foul.
Little League stuff.
Yeah.
Come on.
Here's Cabrera.
Didn't want that to
Boston
happen.
up 11-9. The question is, can they hold this lead? They have blown.
They do hold the
leads
lead,
of
right?
They do,
4-0,
yeah.
So let's see
7-2.
it.
Yeah, we're kind of good.
I mean, that was kind of funny. Got some errors, got some close calls, bad base running.
Yeah, a lot of stuff could have been a little different.
And let's go to the final out of Game 4.
Eric Lowe pitched a gem in this one. Just rent the rear.
This is the Fox broadcast. I don't know what we were watching. Did they rotate games? They
Red
couldn't
Sox
have.
fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Now-
Arroyo with the Bahamas dreads there.
They going to fall over? See if I get our dog pile? Now,
Trot Nixon.
Damon Huggin. Now, we're Yankees
Cabrera.
fans, Jake, right?
Sure.
I mean, I just got chills. Because I just think of the people that cried and didn't celebrate.
The fuck does that mean?
Like, there's so many people that were probably overwhelmed by this that instead, like this, like, because the curse, they'd waited like 40 years, that they just cried tears of joy and didn't even do the whole screaming, yelling thing.
Yeah, that's celebrating.
I know, but I'm saying the cry celebration gives me chills. Like, these people, they're just college kids that live in Boston. They don't care.
was
But
New
that
York
old
City.
man,
It's been 86 years.
look at that.
I mean, that
handicap.
New York, the old man's doing something too. He's cracking a beer. He's busting out the scotch from
But the people that
behind his
are,
cabin.
like, just, like,
Yeah,
emotional,
Boston
yeah.
Red Sox
The bar scene
are
isn't the
champions of
finish.
baseball.
Yeah, exactly. The bar scene didn't give me chills. It's thinking of the person in their house that's been, like, fucking waiting.
He is.
That tiny little camera.
Soccer team owner.
A clean sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Very.
A dominating effort by the Red Sox in this World Series.
Bunch of idiots.
And the Red Sox celebrate in the middle of the diamond here at Busch
Kurt
Stadium.
gets another. Pedro pitched a gem in Game 3.
When we finish all the World Series, we don't have a list of things, but a Pedro outing or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Need to dive into him.
We welcome you to the Bank of America postgame show.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Fallon,
Fallon.
and Barrymore? Were they filming?
Let's go down.
That was for the movie,
Maybe,
right?
yeah.
That mess to Chris
That's
Myers.
interesting. I wonder if that is for the movie. I think it is.
Let's go down in the middle of that mess to Chris Myers.
All right, Joe, the historic march completed with Johnny Damon. Congratulations, the Red Sox, the idiots, are World Series champions.
Absolutely. I mean, we know we're idiots, we know we're Cowboys, but we also know we're world champions, and we just overcame what a lot of people could not even realize. So I know there's a lot of happy people back home in Boston. That boy, Kev.
Including Kevin Millar. How important was it, given the history, Kevin, to finish it off and not let it go to a fifth game?
I'll tell you right now, man, this is a
Tech
big-time
gathering
team
his
we're
stuff.
playing with, a big-time bunch of guys, and I'm so proud of this to be a part of this organization, man.
Take us back to 03 Yankees and how it all began and what you guys did to get through there.
Well, we're just so carefree, huh? We kind of were like, okay, let's go out and win Game 4. And then we knew we had.
I think that was
Pedro
Barrymore
and
and
Schilling
Fallon like going
5
crazy.
and 6, so we
Fever
knew we were
pitch.
going to
Yeah.
Game 7. We had confidence.
With a player, it's cool.
We gave the due respect to the other teams, the Yankees.
I think you would
the
hate
Cardinals
it if
were
you were a
great
Red
team.
Sox fan.
And,
That they're filming a movie during a
The Red Sox
celebration.
fans,
Yeah.
not only in Boston, across they were watching in Baghdad, Iraq, across the country. What do you say, Kevin?
I'll tell you, thank you for being there, man. We want to do it so bad for the city of Boston to win a World Series with this on your chest. Hasn't been done since 1918, so rip up those 1918 posters right now.
All right, congratulations. Stephen King is smiling somewhere, Joe, with a happy ending.
Chris, thank you very much. Two guys so instrumental. This entire roster, 1 through 25, off the bat of Renteria, into the glove of Keith Folk. It had been 86 years. And with that, the Boston Red Sox,
Tessie
led
is
by
a
Terry
girl.
Francona, win the World Series.
Ah, the coach's hug. See, I love the
Coach's hug is good.
That's cool. Which is a bunch of grown men.
Touching off a celebration
We
here
got a
in
hug.
St. Louis,
Oh, Swain.
throughout New England, and for Red Sox fans around the world. The Red Sox win the World Series, win Game 4 tonight, 3-0.
We fucking
for
did
a
it.
moment.
That's what he said right there. It's cool. And the curse is broken. Are you going to get Pedro on camera?
We
They
get
don't.
back to the
Giant
Bank of
miss.
America post-game show. Here in St. Louis, where the Boston Red Sox and those fans who made the
I'm interested if
Trophy to be given away in mere moments, but first
Manny.
things first. I think we're giving it away here. The Commissioner of Baseball, Bud Selig, to hand out the
Love and
MVP
life.
trophy.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Two similar
The
guys.
Most valuable player
Yeah.
award in the historic 2004 World
Can't
Series
play-
goes
can't
to
roll
Manny
that out
Ramirez.
twice.
that's his move. He's going to do it
Red
again.
Sox in an 8-game
Out
winning
twice
streak.
back to back.
Manny with a 17-game hitting streak through all this. Manny, it was
So,
a
told ya.
tremendous performance.
He'll do it again.
I congratulate you, the most valuable player in the
17-game
2004
hit streak through the
World Series.
postseason.
Crazy.
Congratulations, sir. Pick up the hardware. So many Boston Red Sox as we
we
sat
like
up in
that
the press
trophy?
box. So many guys on this
No.
team that we
Part of
could
me
have been
likes
handing
it, part of me
this hardware
hates it.
to.
It's
But a
boring, but
phenomenal
whatever.
season for you, phenomenal postseason. You said unfinished business this season, and you accomplished it.
Exactly, first, it was a lot of negative stuff. I was going to get traded, but, I keep my confidence on myself, and I believe in me, and I did it. I'm just blessed, and, I proved a lot of people wrong. I know I could do this, and thanks God I did it.
You believe in curses, sir?
I don't believe in curse. I think you make your own destination, and we did it. We believe in each other. We went out there, we played relaxed, and we grinded out, and we did it.
What do you say to
That's
the
a
Boston
really
Red
good
Sox
interview
fans
from
that
Manny.
Yeah, he killed it.
86 years for a championship.
We won Alex, but now I'm in Boston, and I love you guys. You guys are the best.
All right, it worked out pretty well. Let you guys celebrate with the
He
team,
said
man.
confidently.
You'll be coming back.
We'll end it there. Do you believe me? I love you. You're the best. All right. That was the 2004 World Series. That was a fun one. There was a lot of, I obviously I didn't watch that when it happened. I told you that at the beginning. So seeing the Manny, I think the Manny errors and oh shit, we're cursed, and then a pesky Paul home run to save the day, and that leads them to a 4-game sweep. Pretty cool.
Cleared the curse.
It's gone. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.